Saturday, everyone. Nicky Hawkins here, West Ham Fan TV, back once again with a transfer daily. And yeah, there's a couple of things happened today, so I thought I'd come on here before and have a chat about them. Just quickly before we get on with that, there is a phone-in show tonight at 8:30 p.m. If you want to be part of the phone-in show, leave your comments on Twitter or what was the other one? TikTok, Instagram, something like that, and we'll pick them up and we can send you the link for tonight's phone-in show. Obviously, about the subjects you are, but let's get straight into this sort of transfer daily. Then there's a couple of stories that come up. First of all, let's start with the rat abandoning the sinking ship. Brazilian reporter on what Lucas Paqueta really thinks about leaving for West Ham. Now, apparently, they've had a £30 million. This is Flamengo. Had a £30 million bid rejected for Lucas Paqueta. West Ham want a little bit more. And yeah, Flamengo have already seen a £30 million bid rejected by West Ham per The Guardian, although they are willing to go up to £35 million. Now, most clubs would usually be happy enough to accept the bigger bid, which the bigger bid was from Tottenham, by the way. Tottenham apparently blew Flamengo out of the water, but he does not want to go to Tottenham. Now, I don't know whether this is a good or bad thing, really. Would I want to leave him to Tottenham? I don't think he's much of a loss to us, to be quite honest with you, with the way he's playing at the moment. But he wants to go back to Brazil. But what I did read a bit further on is now most clubs would usually be happy enough to accept the bigger bid. But on this occasion such as this, West Ham would love to lose another key player to Spurs, no matter how much money is on offer from the reigning Europa League champions. Now, I'm sure if they come in with a 60, 70, 80 million pound bid, David Sullivan will change his mind. But fair enough. But apparently, their coffers are boosted by the Club World Cup participation. Matos explains that Flamengo now have just shy of £70 million to spend on wages and fees. Paqueta would become the club's record signing by some distance then, but with plenty of money to spare. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, right? But if they've apparently got 70 million quid, we want our money back for him. If he wants to go there so desperately, they're so desperate to get him, they're offering less money than we paid for him. I know we've had a couple of years service out of him, but it ain't been fucking great service, let's be honest with you. If they give us our 40, I thought it's 50 million quid. If they give us our 50 million quid back, I'd ship him off there right now. In fact, I'll start the car up and drive him there myself. 50 million pounds, but we've got to replace him. That's simple as that, right? But so if they can get Paqueta out the door, 50 million quid in, then I think it's business that you've got to take, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, Matt Rainey says 30 goals, goal assist-ish for 3.5 years is poor. 1 in 63 games or something it is. It's in terms of assists, it's really fucking bad, to be honest with you. But we'll keep an eye on that one. I'm going to be honest, right? If I've got my eyes on this one, I think he'll be gone by the end of the transfer window. The Brazil transfer window is open until March. So don't rule out getting rid of him in February or March so we don't have to fucking buy a replacement. But there we go. Second one that we've got here. Let me see this. Nwaneri, according to the West Ham Way, go and subscribe to their Patreon, has turned down a loan move to West Ham. He had quite a few offers. I think one was from Bournemouth as well. And there's a couple of clubs looking for him. Very talented young kid, not playing for Arsenal at the moment. And listen, can you blame them? They're in the form of their lives, Arsenal. They're running towards a Premier League title. And what's that? Whenever you and guys, my nanku, we call both baldy men. Yeah, so Nwaneri, cheers for that, mate. Nwaneri rejects the loan move. He's not playing for Arsenal, obviously, as I said before. They're not going to tinker too much with the team. They're winning. They're top of the Premier League, and things are going really, really well for them. But, a few clubs were chasing him, but he's turned down quite a few clubs, and he said he wants to to sort of stay and fight for his place, which is very honourable, and people are starting to sort of question his attitude a little bit. Listen, he is a young boy with a big future ahead of him. Trust me, all right? Young boy with a big future ahead of him. Would he rather, at the end of this season, from January to May, right? Would he rather spend the rest of the season at West Ham after spending half a season at Arsenal, winning nearly every game, on the verge of winning the league? Or would he want to be part of a team that's more likely going to go down? So he's going to see relegation on the last game of the season. So what one's he going to do? He's got a big career in front of him, the kid. He ain't got to go and play football right now. He's played for the first team. He's played in Champions League games. He's played in Premier League games. He's going to get a medal, right? So at the end of this season, he can either be lifting a trophy or cry or watching us all cry our eyes out. I don't blame the kid, if I'm honest with you. And that is the position that we found ourselves in, right? That is fact, right? More than likely, I think it's like a 90% chance we're going to be relegated at the end of the season. So I don't blame the kid for wanting to stay and live in the. Listen, and this is no slight on Arsenal. So please, if you're an Arsenal fan, don't be offended by this. You don't know when you're going to fucking do that again. You don't know whether you ever do that again. So it would be good experience, but I think a better experience for him personally would be lifting a Premier League trophy. As I said, you never know. You never know. What the future holds for him. He could never get to do that again. So I'm sure he'll go down again if he joins the right people. And the next one, and this one is creating a lot of divide. Let me find it quickly. Is Eric Dier. Now, Eric Dier. Dear, oh dear. Let me just split this with the thing. So Eric Dier. Where do we start with Eric Dier? I'd take him, The only thing is he's gone to Monaco. He's not at Bayern Munich anymore. He went to Bayern Munich from Tottenham with Kane. But he's at Monaco now. The only thing is he's had a lot of injuries. He's been injured for a long time. But apparently he went in there and he absolutely tore it up. He's played 6 or 7 games for him and he's tore it up and they made him captain. Now, people saying bottom of the barrel, but that is our level. Let's be honest. Captain material, can play at the back, can play in midfield. A leader, 50 caps for England, I think he has. 40 caps, 50 caps. I'll take him, He could come for a small fee. He went to Monaco in the summer for free. He could come for a little fee. But I think, to be honest with you, the local postman's just fucking fucked off. I'd take him over Kilman any day of the week. But I'll take Eric Dier. I'll take him. Listen, if it don't work out, it don't work out. You ain't lost much. But he's a captain. He can organise. He's experienced. And everyone's, Elliot says, everyone slated Dawson before he joined us and it was a good move. It could be a masterstroke, Could be a masterstroke. The only one thing that worries me is his injuries. His injuries may, affect him. We can't afford to bring him in. I'm sure he'll want quite a bit of money as well to come over and for a relegation scrap. But apparently he's been offered to us. So I'd go for Eric Dier. But out of them 3 players there, when Nwaneri rejected us, Paqueta's moving on. Eric Dier would be great because we're looking for centre-backs and we're looking for people to shore up the back, and that's what we need first and foremost. And first and foremost, we need that. But I think the next step is replacing Paqueta if he goes. Replace him, and he's got to be replaced. But there we go. Leave your comments in the comment section down below, and we can have a discuss tonight. If you want to get involved in the phone out show tonight, please get involved and let us know that you want to get involved, and we'll send you the link. But if you're not a new subscriber around here, we're on the road to 100k now. We might get to 100k before West Ham go down, but there we go. But thank you very much for joining us. One thing left for us to say. Come on, you eyes. Cheers, Gio.